box inside a box inside a box, or in Cocoon's case, orb inside an orb inside an orb inside an orb. This was quite the puzzle game. I was immediately gravitated towards this game simply because it came from the developers that created games like Limbo and Inside, and if you know about those games, you can kind of know what to expect in Cocoon, except in the case of dying a bunch, it's really focused entirely on the puzzles, and it's a really interesting aspect. You see, you play as an insectoid who's hatched out of this cocoon, and he goes around, explores this world, and he carries the weight of his world literally on his shoulders, and that is what the orbs are. The orbs are essentially different areas and worlds within the game. Now, there are 4 to 5 main areas, not going to spoil anything here, but your objective is to take these orbs and figure out the puzzles and how they all relate to one another, and you will definitely do some world swapping, as I like to call it, and it's just this really fun and very interesting puzzle game that I just couldn't stop playing as soon as I started trying it out. It had plenty of those facepalm, of course that was it moments. It also had moments that I was so tempted at times to look up the answer, but I knew that as soon as I did, I would instantly regret it because the answer was right there in front of my face, and sure enough, every single time once I did figure it out, I felt both like a genius and a complete idiot at the same time, and that to me is the true sign of a good puzzle adventure game, or any puzzle game for that matter. What really stood out to me, and this might seem a little strange, but it was the sound effects. The sounds in this game felt so perfect for what was going on, and just the ambience was so well set, and the environments were so unique, and even the fact that this game has boss fights. The puzzle game has boss fights, and you don't die, they just kick you out of the area. But it was so cool. I love the fact that they made boss fights into another sort of puzzle, if you will, and you had to figure out how to defeat each boss from each area, and that was just so refreshing to me. And everything about this game practically just clicked right away. The only thing I could honestly criticize, and this is kind of a weird criticism, is the fact that the secret ending, and yes, there's a secret ending because of course there's a secret ending. We're talking about some of the developers from Inside and Limbo, and if you play those games, you know for a fact that there's a secret ending in those, and this game follows the course, but it wasn't that impactful. And I'm not going to spoil anything here, but I would have liked a little bit more from the secret ending. I mean, it's nice, but it could have been better. And then also, the sheer fact that there were only a handful of boss fights in this game, I would have liked maybe 1 or 2 more areas so I could have even more to explore, or maybe a super hard area that just really challenges your mind and really infuriates me. Something like that would have just made this game perfect. Rest assured, I was a very happy camper during my playthrough of Cocoon. It's one of those games that's what I call the fine wine type of video game, where over time it very well could just get better and better, and it's just going to stay in my mind. Games like Inside and Limbo did the exact same thing, and this one feels right at home with those 2 types of games. So if you enjoyed Limbo and Inside, try Cocoon out. I think you will be pleasantly surprised by what you are experiencing here. This was a mind trip in all the right ways. I can't recommend it enough. It is a dang good time. This concludes my review of Cocoon, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this game if you've played it down in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Glory to mankind, and I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.